and we'll do it again. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. I'm Chris Orestes. Thank you for joining today's 5-minute brainstorm, part of our Wednesday weekly webinar series. We're talking today about strategies to pay for long-term care without insurance, and we're focusing on the use of the veterans benefit. And so it's very important to know if you're dealing with clients or even for yourself that veterans and their spouses can access benefits to help them pay for the costs of assisted living, home care, and being homebound based on disabilities and the inability to care for themselves, loss of ADLs. The Veterans Administration actually provides 3 key benefits that are available to veterans and or their spouses that provide a supplemental income that will help a qualifying veteran and or their surviving spouse deal with these costs for the need for senior living assistance, long-term care support and services. Let's start by looking at the first, and this is the cornerstone veteran benefit, the first one that somebody would qualify for. It's called the basic veterans pension. This is a monthly cash benefit that's paid tax-free to the veteran and or their spouse to cover long-term care expenses. So an individual veteran could qualify for $1,160 a month in benefit payments. A couple would qualify for $1,520 a month, and a surviving spouse, $778 a month. From there, a veteran and or spouse could qualify for what's known as the Veterans Aid and Attendance Benefit. This is an add-on benefit to the basic pension that's specific to provide assistance for a veteran and or their spouse experiencing ADL losses and the need for long-term care support and services. An individual can receive $1,936 a month, couple $2,295 a month, and a surviving spouse $1,244 a month. Then there's the housebound pension. This is another add-on benefit to the basic pension, which will help somebody who is confined to home with a permanent disability. And this would be under the qualification medically a substantial housebound confinement. This would be for an individual $1,418 a month, for a couple $1,778 a month, for a surviving spouse $951 a month. So qualifying for the benefits, eligibility for the benefits starts with an honorable discharge from the military after serving a minimum of 90 days active duty with a minimum of 1 day served during an active period of war. There are income and asset limits. In many ways, actually applying for and qualifying for these benefits is very similar to Medicaid. There's income and asset limits. There's a look back period. So it's a similar process. The minimum age would be 65. And then the applicant would be suffering by impacts of disability and or a need for long-term care. Again, losses of ADL, cognitive issues, issues that can bring them to even a homebound confinement. So I want to emphasize, though, that applying for these benefits is a notoriously complicated process. It can take months to a year or longer, and it's important that you're working with a qualified professional who understands the system, understands the process, because if a mistake is made, you could be months into the process and then a mistake was made, a mistake pops up, and it will negate the application, and you have to start all over again and go back to the back of the line and start over again. And it has caused serious delays for applicants in the past, and it's important that this is avoided. So it's important to understand that these veteran benefits are available, and they are specifically in place to help not only a veteran, but a veteran and their spouse, or even a surviving spouse, to financially deal with the impacts of senior living and long-term care supports and services. Accessing the benefits is not easy, although there are numerous professionals out there that are skilled in applying for veteran benefits, and I highly recommend that one is sought out in your area, if that is a course of action you would be taking for yourself or for a client or for a loved one. But when it comes to preparing for addressing the costs of long-term care supports and services, senior living, home care, a top question to always ask before getting started is the person needing care a veteran or the spouse of a veteran? And then looking at accessing these benefits needs to be taken very seriously. So I want to thank you for joining our 5-minute brainstorm today. I invite you to join us every Wednesday, same time, same channel, for another brainstorm session. I appreciate you tuning in today to learn more about veterans benefits. We look forward to following up with you. We look forward to working with you, and you'll get a copy of this recording. We will send this out to you so you have it readily available. You'll be hearing from us following up on today's session shortly. Thank you so much again for joining us. We appreciate being able to work with you and be in touch with you every week for another weekly Wednesday webinar 5-minute brainstorm session.